Problem is kuna camera. Unajua hii still camera.
Let's go.
Buda, check kwa shot yangu Buda. Buda.
Sasa mnataka nifanye nini? Nikija hapa ku nini?
Buda.
First for listing my name, and two, for having a national conversation
Buda.
we have had
Mimi.
on many areas of front of our country and on many areas of leadership. As I said, I was privileged to sit with them to discuss on areas that affect our country, on areas that require fixed new leadership that will come in on the 9th of August. And yes, on how best running it can produce and value to our Azimio presidential candidate. So for me, it's a conversation that we have had, and I've liked it. It's gone on very well in terms of conversation. Thank you.
You look less enthusiastic than you went in.
I think I'm more happier than when I went in. I don't know how you gauge that, but it's good to have a conversation. I'm very happy. I'm very pleased, and that's how I started by saying. So I don't know where you got that from.
How was it? What are some of the questions that they were asking you?
I think it's general questions on how we can help make Kenya better if one was in that position and if one was a deputy president for our Azimio candidate. That is basically what they are looking at. But as I said, it's not an interview, it's a general conversation. The questions are geared towards a conversation that we all should be involved in.
What would be your feeling in case you do not get a chance to be elected?
I think I've been very clear on this. I have walked the journey with Raila Odinga for the last 3.5. In fact, I think of the people appearing before the panel, I'm the one who has walked with him longest. And it was not a question of being a running mate. All these years it has never been. And he's been on record saying I've never asked for anything. My support for him is passionate because I think he'll give Kenya a reset moment where we can again pick up from where we are and go further. So, in the unlikely event that I'm not the one fronted, I still remain in Azimio and give my full support as I've given before. And that is what it is. That's where I belong. And I belong there because I believe in some of the things that are coming out. I believe in social protection program for our people. I believe in universal health care for our people. We must look after our people. And some of the things that are there, you recall 10 years ago, I had some of them in my own manifesto because we must alleviate poverty. We must help people because life is not easy. Yeah.
Being a leader from Mount Kenya, there's been a perception that it was one of the terms, for instance, by Jubilee, that as we are working together, that the leader must come from Mount Kenya. And of course, the Mount Kenya politics are to play in the Azimio La Umoja One Kenya plans. Is it maybe a factor?
As you know, I come from Mount Kenya, but I also cut across the board in the entire country. I've been chairman of football in Kenya when some of you are very young. And I traversed the whole country. When I ran for presidency, I traversed the whole country. So yes, I am from Mount Kenya. Yes, I cut a national role. But it is important to realize that Mount Kenya is a vote-rich area. It is also important that the opposition has had a field day in Mount Kenya. But it is also important to accept that the Azimio candidate is on an upward trajectory in Mount Kenya area. And therefore, that by being vote-rich has its own considerations, but it's not a must, but it has its own considerations. and anybody who is doing mathematics will place Mount Kenya as a priority. Thank you. I don't know who has appeared or who is appearing. All I know, we were shortlisted.
Nataka nikuwe.